Hey, good morning, guys. It's Donald and Mary, and we're here to bring you your morning weather, water, and trail chatter report. And so this morning, we're going to start with water and weather, and then after, we have like one rescue man. There's just not a lot going on out here, dude. I mean, there's a lot, it's just not in the news yet. So probably like on Friday, maybe even tomorrow, we'll start seeing stuff that happened Monday, Tuesday, and like today. It just takes a few days for each incident to kind of hit the news and have a story
That's right.
that's, not just, oh, this is, they had a rescue. It's more like they had a rescue and this is what happened and this is how it turned out. So it takes a couple days for that story to actually hit. And then you have to go through and weed out the ones that are that don't tell the whole story, or it's a AI type of article where they pick just stuff from everywhere, and then you'll just get like this jumbled article full of information that's just kind of pulled from people talking on Facebook or TikTok, yada yada yada. Anyways, man, there's just not a lot going on, man. But I do have something I do want to read just to keep people, just to remind people about what's going on out here with weather, and it can be dangerous. It can change quick, and the higher elevations in the northern states and out west and stuff, man, northeast, they're definitely seeing some snow and harsh winter weathers. Anyways. Mary's going to take it away and tell you all what's going on for water and weather. All right, Mary, take it away, man.
Thank you, Donald.
Sweet, you're welcome.
Good morning, everyone. In Blairsville right now, it's 47 degrees with a feel-like temperature of 42 degrees. It is cloudy, and we're going to have a high today of 48 with rain and 10 to 20 mile per hour winds. There is a 90% chance of rain. Local heavy rainfall is possible. Tonight, 40 degrees with showers early, then cloudy overnight. Winds will be light and variable with a 50% chance of rain. Up on Blood Mountain today, a high of 44 with rain showers. It will be cloudy with 10 to 20 mile per hour winds and gusts up to 40 miles per hour. New rainfall 1 to 2 inches and a 90% chance of rain. Tonight, 40 degrees with rain showers and mostly cloudy. 10 mile per hour winds with gusts up to 20 miles per hour. And new rainfall will be 1 to 2 inches and a 90% chance of rain. So with those heavier gusts of wind, and always we should be checking for those loose limbs and branches. Anything can come down around us while we're setting up our camp. So let's be cautious with that. Water's good for the most part on the trail, and most certainly the rains we've been having for the last couple of days, continuing into today, will add to some of those that dry up. So there will be better water chances. Make sure you're still topping off though. Top off at Hawk Mountain Shelter. You have 6.2 miles as you hike north until you reach Justice Creek, where you can resupply your water. And then Slaughter Creek is dry. That's the last water source before you climb Blood Mountain. So try to top off before then so you have enough to get over the mountain. Neil Gap to Hog Pen is dry. You can top off at Neil Gap. And then Hog Pen Gap does have water. Let's still be cautious for snakes, even though the weather's getting colder. These snakes will still be out sunning themselves when it's a nice day. We are not done with good temperatures. It's just more into the lower temps now. And let's remember that nest of copperheads in the boulders on Cow Rock, which is 5 miles north of Neil Gap. Ongoing bear warnings and closures for Great Smoky Mountains National Park. Twin Creeks Trail is closed. Campsites 18, 19, 55, 56, 57, and 82 are closed, and all the shelters are opened. Bear warnings: the Gatlinburg Trail, the Cataract Falls Trail, and Cove Mountain Trail, and Campsite 71. Let's remember to leave no trace wherever we go outside. If we brought it in, let's bring it out, and let's properly store our food items, anything that has odor, and our trash until we can take it out. Let's keep it safe for everyone, creatures and us and everyone else. Donald, I'm turning it over to you now.
All right, sweet, man. Oh, that's right. Okay, let's do this, guys. So I want to talk about this right here. Up in New Hampshire, we've had a few different rescues going on up in the Whites. And so we had a 20-year-old that was caught up there with his light was dimming or dying. His phone was dying. He didn't have anything. He had no rations, food rations. He had no gear, man. I think he had a blue tarp, is what they said in the article. And then there were 20 hikers that went up, and they were caught up there, and they had to rescue these cats out of there too. Now, let me read this article here. It's autumn, but at the higher elevations, it's as good as winter. New Hampshire Fish and Game officers and mountain responders are again trying to drive home that message amid a flurry of recent rescues and incidents. Sunday evening search and rescue crews were dispatched to a hiker from Rhode Island who was caught in a wind-blown snow near the summit of Mount Washington. Fish and Game reported that 20-year-old Owen Stromer was absolutely unprepared for the conditions that he encountered above tree line. He was located safely and managed to hike up the auto road guided by a truck headlights of a Mount Washington State Park employee. At the time, the temperatures at the summit were 21 degrees with a wind chill of 3 degrees. That's cold. Mount Washington saw a number of hikers unprepared for the winter conditions this past weekend. Dozens of hikers were brought down to the peak, from the peak by the Cog Railway. Fish and Game officers were also called out Saturday to help an injured hiker on the Old Bridle Path in Franconia, joined by members of the Pemi Valley Search and Rescue Team. They helped a 17-year-old hiker from Sudbury, Mass. Get safely to the trailhead by 1:25 a.m. Sunday. The hiker injured his leg after slipping on a wet section of trail. Over 20 rescuers participated in carrying the litter down. Everyone venturing to these high areas, they're encouraging everyone venturing into these areas to plan for winter conditions. Fish and Game announced in a press release, which also highlighted hike safe resources. Your life may depend on this. And so the Mount Washington Observatory has forecasted 4 higher elevations as well as regional forecasts for New Hampshire. In October and November, the temps can vary widely from the base to the summit at 6,288 feet sea level. At midday Monday, for example, it was 22 degrees at the summit, man. And it was 43 degrees at the base of Mount Washington. So that's a whole 20-degree jump in temperature, man. So definitely y'all want to be prepared going up into any of these mountains right now. Even down here, man, it's wet, it's cold at night. If you get out here and you're not prepared down here, you can get yourself into some big trouble. There doesn't need to be just snow. Getting wet and then getting in the below freezing weather or the cold temps, and you're wet, dude, and you can't get dried out, and you're out in the middle of nowhere, you can get hypothermia and die, man. That's right. Period. That's all there is to it. Another thing I want to say is when it's cold out, a lot of people, man, they won't drink because they don't feel like they need to. You definitely need to drink, man. Drink enough water to keep yourself hydrated, and don't overdo it either. Just drink enough to keep yourself hydrated. Even if you don't feel thirsty, bang, hit that water bottle, man, because you need to stay hydrated, man.
I did that towards the end of our hike when it got really cold. I didn't want to have to get up at night to use the restroom in the cold winds and everything.
I remember that.
And I definitely felt the repercussions of not drinking enough water during the day. So you got to stay hydrated no matter what it's like out here.
That's right. All right, and so let's see. So New Hampshire Fish and Game, they're definitely telling or informing new hikers, old hikers, doesn't matter who you are. They're just telling people, man, don't come out here unprepared, man. It's super dangerous. And so out west, we had the Mount Whitney death and multiple other things going on out there. I'm just using that as an example. Mount Whitney has snow right now, man, and someone just died up there, man. They slipped off the 99 switchbacks, man. They slipped off an upper tier, man, and slid down. He did not have the correct spikes. He had micro spikes, man, and he probably should have had some crampons, or he should have had crampons and been prepared for the weather, and the dude paid the ultimate price, man,
and an ice axe too to try to.
That's what
Step
ice axe,
aside.
definitely. Thank you, dude. Definitely, bro. Ice axe. The proper gear and equipment needed to go and to hike stuff like that, man. Not just that. Other stuff too, man. And so if you don't have the experience, man, bring someone with you. Pair up, man. Don't just go out there alone, man. Have a Garmin InReach, man. Don't just strap it to your backpack either, man. Strap that shit right to you. Tie it right on you, man. Put it in your pocket, dude. Keep it close to you, man. Because if you fall and you lose that backpack or anything else, man, you still have that Garmin InReach in your pocket, man. So, or if you put that backpack down, which I see a lot of people do, man, just to go down for a water break or to step up on a cliff line to ridge line on some rocks to take a picture, man. They put their backpack down with their InReach on it. What if they tumble down the other side of the mountain? You don't have your backpack, you don't have your InReach, you don't have your phone on you, you have nothing on you, and you've broken your legs, and you're down there, you bumped your head, you wake up, man, and you're just like looking, you don't know where you are, dude, and at least you have that InReach in your pocket.
That's right, and it's super important. You know, sometimes if your trails are, you know, super busy with hikers, but some people like to hike in the winter weather and everything, and trails can be a lot quieter, so you can't rely on somebody coming across you and, you know, maybe alerting rescue. You know, you're out there, you should always be out there prepared to self-rescue.
That's
no
right,
matter
dude.
what time of year it is. So
That's right, man. Definitely, dude.
super important to have that in reach, and you know, they're not that big, they're easily put into a pocket.
That's right, dude. Definitely, bro. And so, all right. And so that's what we have going on with the New Hampshire fishing game. I've looked around, man, and tried to find some other stuff. There's just not, like I said in the beginning, there's just not a lot. That's how they kind of do stuff, man. It kind of goes in phases, is what I've noticed. And so we'll see what happens tomorrow. Today's what, Wednesday?
Yes.
All right. All right, and I forgot to say this. It's 6:14 a.m. on 10/29/2025. And if you don't know what the 10 is, it's October.
We're getting close to November.
Listen, man, we're like 2 or 3 days, or the 31st is Halloween, man. So it's about to probably get crazy out here, man, because people are gonna be out for Halloween and they're gonna want to do a hike, and it's gonna be weekend here this weekend. When's Halloween? What day is that? So it's
Well,
31st,
today's the 20th,
Saturday.
So Friday.
Friday. Oh, yes, sweet, man. Isn't it usually on like a Thursday? No, is it always on
Whatever
Friday?
day it falls on the 31st.
Okay, man. All right. Well, cool. It's on a Friday now, huh?
Well,
Friday, the 31st of October, and it's Halloween. That seems like Halloweenish to me, man, doesn't it, dude?
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. If you're out looking for a pumpkin, check out Bert's Farms down by Amicalola
Oh, yeah,
Falls.
is he
They've got
pumping 'em out?
huge pumpkins down there.
Yeah,
Yep, they're still
sweet,
going
man.
on. So check them out.
Yeah, sweet, dude. Okay, and so yesterday we did absolutely nothing but get stuff done around here, man, and getting ready, like I've been saying, man, we're just getting ready for winter, man, and Jordan's getting ready to leave in 5 days, so we're using him as much as we can to get as much as we can done, man, that we can possibly do until he leaves, and then we'll go down to 2 people, and then when February comes, Sly and Jordan will come back, man, and all of us will be together kind of doing our thing and making stuff happen. Now you see those windshield wipers right there, man, that's flashing in the background on that TV? Those things were super loud. But Mary, yesterday, man, put some brand new ones on, so we won't hear that squeaking anymore. And people that watch our videos, man, there's also like this shaking noise, man, in the videos, and it's like a squeaking. And so RAV4s do that. They have where the back door connects to the, like, latches on, man, where the latches on to the little hook there, man, the little U-hook or whatever it is. It shakes, and so we're gonna stop that too. So, because Mary loves that noise, of course, man. But,
Oh yeah, it's wonderful to hear all day long when I'm bumping down those roads.
and the mechanics couldn't figure out what it was, man. But I'm that dude that will sit online and search until I find all the answers. And I actually found the answer, and it sounds right because I've seen that happen on other vehicles. It's not just Yodas that do it, man. It's all types of vehicles that do that stuff, and that's an older Yoda too, man. So it's gonna have these squeaks and stuff, man. We're just trying to pick them all out and fix them all, man. So yeah, definitely, dude.
It's a good vehicle.
It's a very good
enjoy
vehicle,
it a
man.
lot.
No electronics whatsoever, dudes. When you go to the garage, man, I could actually work on this vehicle myself. It's that simple. It does not cost thousands and thousands of dollars to fix this vehicle. Even the worst issue that we could have with it. I mean, yes, it may cost several $1,000s, but you'd get a new engine and shit in there and a tranny, dude. I mean, to put a new transmission in that 19 RAV4 that we had that we killed off at 321,000 miles in 3 years, I think it was. It had a transmission issue at 321,000, and it was going to cost $10,000 to fix it. Plus, it was going to need a bunch of other stuff. This car was probably going to cost about $15,000 to $16,000 to get right, and then it would just continue to snowball, and you just keep fixing it and fixing it and fixing it. But every time you fix these newer vehicles, man, it just costs more and more money. So you're just pouring money into a machine that's just going to continue to break down, because eventually those electronics are going to shit out too, man, and the electronics will really hit you in the pocket, man. So that all being said, man, the best way to go, I believe, is buy old, man, and build it till it's new, man, and then run it, dude, and just keep doing that. I mean, if you want newer vehicles for yourself, of course, I mean, you want a Beamer, full Porsche, whatever, man.
I mean, the same
Or
thing
a
was
Yoda,
true
whatever you're gonna buy, man. I
with
don't know.
the original Subaru we had.
Yeah, the
Not a
Subaru.
good solid vehicle.
Man, that
and-
car would have continued to. It would still be here today
That's right.
if a tree did not fall on it, bro.
That's right.
That car had 276,000 miles or something, man, and we completely rebuilt this car, man. It had a 2.2 engine in it, man. That was our first vehicle. We found it in Atlanta down. I can't remember what the town was called, but
I can't either.
anyways, we found it down there, man, for like $1,100 and bought it. And I knew it needed it had 121,000 miles on it, but I'm a car head, so we took it for a ride, man. Of course, it needed new tires, man, and it needed left side CV axle, and but the car, and it needed other things, dude, but nothing big. And so we bought it with the idea to continue to drive and pick shuttles up and fix the vehicle, and that's what we did.
That's right.
We eventually, that car was almost brand new, man. Like, we replaced everything in that car. And those 2.2 liter engines that Subaru made back in the 90s and 80s and stuff, yada yada yada, those engines were bulletproof, and we had one of those in that Sub.
Car was awesome.
It was the last year they put them in there.
And anybody that's rode with us from the beginning, you remember that Subaru, and that was a good car. It was great.
So a tree fell on. I don't mean to interrupt
That's
you,
okay,
but a
that's all I
tree
have to say.
fell on it, man, in our yard. So nothing took that car out on the road or anything. After all those miles we put on that car, a tree fell on it, man, in our yard, dude, and
right.
it hit the house too. It hit the car in the house, and it smashed the front left side, the driver's side fender, but it hit the radiator, smashed the headlight out, and bent it just messed the car up, man. And so my buddy Bill worked on it and got it straightened back out. But the car had issues after that, man. Like, it was overheating and stuff because the radiator was done. And, it was really disappointing to see that. And so we actually went and bought a brand new car. We rented a vehicle for 2 months. It was during through hike of 2019. And so we bought it in 2017. In January 2017, we bought that, started our business. And then in 2019, 2.5 years later, man, not even 2.5 years later, 2 years later, actually, because it happened right at the beginning of through hike. It happened in like February or beginning of March, or something like that. Either way, man, we rented a vehicle, man, and ran that car for 2 months, saved enough money for a down payment for a brand new RAV4. We went down, bought a RAV4. We actually bought a 2018, the older model. They came out with the 2019s that year, the 5th gen. We bought a 4th gen with 40,000 miles on it. We brought it home, ran it for 1 day, and it had an issue. It threw a light. And I was like, we are absolutely not doing this again. We went for a newer vehicle so we would stop having these issues of having to dump money into the vehicle. Well, what we did is we took the car back and told them that it had an issue and we wanted to return it for a brand new vehicle, and bought a 2015 Limited RAV4 all-wheel drive, just loaded to the max for Mary. And you know what? It was a really good buy. It was a smart buy, man. But we made some mistakes, man. Just mistakes that happen when you just don't know. And so, and then we bought numerous new cars after that. We bought 5 or 6 of them or something. I can't remember how many, but that's where the mistakes started to happen. And so now we know, and we've gone back to a different method that we know that works for what we do. And so that's why we do what we do today. Anyways, that all being said, man, I won't bore y'all with our stories, man, about how the Further Show became what it is, man. Someday I will, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so today we don't really have much going on either. We're just going to work around here. We've got some shuttles that we're going to be scheduling. Some people that called yesterday that were asking about shuttles, and then today they just want to schedule up. Yeah. It's definitely been wet out here, so people are steering away from the mountains right now. And of course, there's a bunch of other stuff going on, man. I mean, kids are in school, Halloween's coming up. People are probably prepping for Halloween parties and putting candy out or whatever they're going to do, man. So lots of stuff going on right now. Plus, it's the holidays, so turkey time's coming up, man, and Christmas, and the holidays, man. People are focused on spending their money on that too. So a lot of people tighten up, man, and spend their money on family and stuff like that, man. And then when spring comes, they've saved enough money to come back out. So we've got that crowd too, man. Anyways, today that's what we'll be doing, just chilling back. Did you have anything else you wanted to say, dude?
No, I'm good, thank you.
All right, sweet. I talked it out anyways. All right, kids, man, if anyone needs anything at all, you give us a call, okay? One love. Thanks for watching, man. One love. Peace.